see on film from him?
He's a really good quarterback. He's, last year, this time we're getting ready for him. You didn't know exactly what to expect for him. And I said last year, this time it was really preseason last year, but before the pandemic, before that game got canceled. But he's a special player. He can zip it around. Got a really live arm, strong arm. You kind of look at him like, man, he's playing at a high level right now. Look at his offense coming out of high school. It was Marshall and Charlotte, and that was about it. And he's done a really nice job. The offense is clicking on all cylinders right there, right now. And it's changed a little bit. Where a year ago, I think they had Brandon Knox there, who was a really good tailback. And the running game's still strong. Not taking away from that, but I think they kind of a little focus more of how you put the ball, trust the quarterback a little bit more, and get it to those receivers out wide. And he's doing a really good job of that.
So you faced a team last week that did run the ball a little better than throwing, and then this week, like you said, they throw the ball a little better. How has that changed your prep going into the game?
It doesn't. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to stop the run. If you don't ever stop the run, then you're on your heels all the time. And that's last week, that's week 1, week 2, week 3, every week this season. It'll be the same. And then you get them in second long, third and long, and give yourself a chance, and that's winning first down, whatever that may be. Now, these guys may throw it on first down, so you still want to win that, but we got to be run sound first. You may put a few calls in there where you want to cover up some guys and double some guys up, do some things there, but you still got to make sure you get downhill, trigger against the run, and that's got to be our number one emphasis, whether it's Marshall or whoever may be playing.
Seems like there's some versatility too. I was looking at running back. Ali had 9 catches last week. And they used to tight end, 2 tight end, different things. Is that different from what you've kind of faced the first few weeks, maybe, or how do you maybe do look out for some of those little things?
Yeah, Ali, 22 there, he gets out of the backfield, catches the ball with the screen, or just dumping the ball off to him, or little wheel routes out of the backfield, so does a nice job with that. He's a very talented kid. And then I think their tight ends, number 11, Gaines, is really, he's stood out for a long time now, for the last couple of years, just watching him on film, and he's got legit speed. He's a high school quarterback, athletic, very athletic kid that can stretch the field on you. So their skill, and we're just talking to some other coaches that's already matched up against them, and what they've seen there, their skill matches up to what we see week in and week out in this league. I mean, they could be, I think the Navy coaches compare them to SMU skill-wise, which I think is a pretty good compliment for those guys up there. And you look at them, and they certainly are. I mean, you think back last year, the last game of the season, and those tailbacks they had, and the tight end they had, and the receivers they had, it's very comparable. So they can certainly get up and down the field. They're long. They can run, and athletic at every position out there.
2 games in, what do you think of your group's play thus far, the inside linebackers?
From week 1 to week 2, I thought we made improvement, and we got to make consistent improvement throughout this season. It can't be, hey, week 2 was our best week. We did a better job of going back and focusing on our fundamentals, triggering downhill against the run game. And then I thought we did some decent jobs matching routes up in the pass game. So, and then our blitzes were much better last week. Just timing those things up and hitting those, and actually look like we're blitzing. We are blitzing. So we made some improvements there, but we still got to get. There's some things we can still get better at. And late in the game, we go consistently trigger and consistently don't hesitate. Consistently we're hesitating a few times late in the game, and we got to get back downhill and get back to our fundamentals and what we did in the first half that was help stopping the run and those things. So that's our big focus this week. It is, we made improvement from week 1 to week 2. Can we make that much improvement from week 2 to week 3? Whether it's inside backers, D-line, secondary, as just a group and as a unit. So, and it's the same 3 things really goes back to, can we raise our effort even higher? Can we play with better energy? Can we play with better execution? So those are the 3 things that we really focus on and we hit home with, the details of third down, red zone, stopping the run, first down, shots down the field, all that comes within that.
With defense especially, what's the difference or challenges of playing on the road? It's your first true road game this week, compared to last week, especially where you had the big crowd and SEC team, that type thing.
Yeah, so that's my first game in Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. That was awesome. Thank you to the fans who made an awesome atmosphere. Our student section, the Boneyard down there, just really cool atmosphere for me to be in for the first time. I think they made a huge difference. They had a few false starts on South Carolina did on their side of the ball, and just really put them in a situation where they had a tough time communicating. So anytime you're a road team and you got to deal with those same situations, right, where we always talk to our guys about, visual and verbal communication. We may tell each other the call or the check or the what's going on, but we also got to signal it back and forth to make sure we're all 11 on the same page. We always tell them, hey, if we're all wrong, we're all right. So if they accidentally get the wrong call, at least they're all playing the same call. So that's the piece of that communication there. But that's what we got to be ready for, and go attack it that way. Yeah, you're going to be on the road, be in a different environment, but I thought we played on the road pretty good sometimes last year at Tulsa and a few places. So take that same mindset.
Coach, we didn't see Aaron last week. Is he dealing with something right now, or was it just a game not best for him?
Yeah, he's a little banged up. I think it's a growing quadish type stuff. He's just not 100% right now, and he's working his tail off. He's trying to get back and trying to get back to it. He's frustrated by it, but we'll get him back soon. He's out there practicing, pushing through some things. So just trying to have that fine line of get him enough reps so he knows what's going on Saturday if he can get back to full speed, but not overdoing it where we're going backwards and setting it back. So, but he's doing a good job of being an older guy and managing his body and taking care of it there.
And it looks like Teagan's starting to play more at that Sam spot, and he even had the forced fumble. It just seems like he's getting more comfortable. So
yeah,
how much has he grown?
He's got a knack for knocking the ball out. He does a great job with that. I wish that ball would have bounced one turn the other way, and we keep 3 points off the board down there, and that was a huge stop and would have kept the lead there. It was a great job by him folding in there and doing that. And he's a good football player. He's a play downhill, trigger, great tackler, and he's a lot of fun to watch. And you'll see him, whether it's a Sam or boundary safety, bouncing back and forth those two places. Plays a lot on special teams, so he's going to be a good player for us and moving forward. And I expect big things out of him this week and this season, and hopefully he can cause a few more fumbles, a few more turnovers.
You got to be happy about the guys selling out to cause turnovers in South Carolina.
Yeah, so that's our focus. Turnovers, stop and run, create turnovers, create havoc on the quarterback, and the kids are bought into those things. They do a great job of just making emphasis on it. Whether it's balls in the air, whether it's ball disruptions, a D lineman getting a hand in the face of the quarterback, or ball carriers trying to punch it out. So that's always been our focus. And they're doing a good job with that.
Last week you mentioned that you guys wanted to get downhill better, making tackles coming back downhill. Do you think you guys improved on that?
I did. About 55 of the 65 snaps, I thought we did a really good job of it. There's a few snaps in there that we got to keep cleaning up. But I thought we did a much better job just, getting downhill at second and third level and getting where we're supposed to be there. So I'm sure, some people say they'll take advantage of that, and the answer to that is, hey, we got to get down the hill and stop and run first and see our keys and do a good job with it.